Hi everyone, this is channel Astro where we only talk about astrology, and today I'm going to discuss a very interesting concept of astrology which is called Pushkar Navamsha, and how to refine your, how to do the fine tuning of your interpretation with Blue Lotus technique. What is this Blue Lotus technique and all? And yes, for that I'm going to use Horoscope of Gandhi ji. We all know how was his lifestyle, and it is pretty much common to everyone. Everyone knows who was Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So I'm not gonna say that why he was a lawyer, why he went to foreign land, why he was in politics. No, I'm not gonna talk on all these things. I will be rather trying to establish the fact of Pushkar Navamsha in his chart and the Blue Lotus technique, how it actually gave the result in his life, in his horoscope, in his life. So I will cover up all these things. But yes, those who have no idea actually what is Pushkar Navamsha, for them I'm gonna give a very brief introduction, because in details I'll be making one separate video. Okay, what is Pushkar Navamsha? And before that also I'll be making one more video which is very much necessary to understand Pushkar Navamsha. That will be for making Navamsha chart manually, not by any app, any software. No cool app. You need to be cool, okay? If you are an astro enthusiast, you need to be cool, really cool, by your brain, by your wisdom, by your knowledge. So if there is one Lagna chart, D1 chart is there with all the planet positioning, theoretical values are there. So how within 5 minutes you can make one D9 chart of that D1. So from Lagna chart, how to make a Navamsha chart, I will make one very interesting video on that. And don't think that it's going to be very hard, and no, this is very easy. If you are knowing the calculation of something, complete D1 chart, how to make, that is quite complex and mathematical part. But D1 to D9, that is very easy. I'll be making these two videos especially on Pushkar Navamsha, Blue Lotus technique, what it is, how it works, how to implement all these things. So okay, let's start with what is Pushkar Navamsha, how to use it to fine-tune your interpretation in astrology. And before I go on that and open up Gandhi's chart, you do one thing, you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back. Are you thinking of actually bringing your D9 chart to find out which are the planets in Pushkar Navamsha degrees? No, not at all. That's the actually twist part. Though it sounds like that, yes, Pushkar Navamsha, but you need to figure out which are the planets in Pushkar Navamsha from your Lagna chart, D1 chart. So first open up your D1 chart and then follow up what are the things I'm telling you right now. We'll be going by elements. Air, fire, water are the elements. If any of your planets sitting in any of the fiery sign, Aries, Sagittarius and Leo, from 20 degree to 2320, or the other slab is 2640 to 30 degree. Within these two slabs, the planet will automatically be in D9 chart, Libra or Sagittarius Navamsha. And then I said, yes, your planet is in Pushkar Navamsha. The same way for RD sign, the planet will have to be from 640 to 10 degree, or 1320 to 1640. These two slabs are for RD signs. Any of the planets sitting in your RD sign, these two slabs, automatically it will be in Pisces or Taurus Navamsha. Okay, so we'll be saying yes, you are having your planet is in Pushkar Navamsha. RD sign means Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, any planets actually sitting in any of the RD signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and your planet is sitting from 1640 to 20 degree, or 2320 to 2640, these two slabs. So the planet will automatically position in D9 chart, Navamsha chart, Taurus or Pisces Navamsha. And lastly, the watery signs, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Any of these signs, if your planet is posited, but it will have to be either from 0 to 320 degree or 640 to 10 degree. That's lab. Then again the planet will be in Pushkar Navamsha. If you can see, there are total 24 Pushkar Navamsha degrees are actually allotted, and all these signs, planets, they are actually posited in D9. Finally, all belongs to 4 positive planets. One is Jupiter, Venus, Moon and Mercury. And no planet sitting in Pushkar Navamsha can't be in D9 chart position in the sign of Sun, Mars or Saturn, because it's not allotted. So if someone is saying that, I'm having my Jupiter in Pushkar Navamsha, I guess, sitting in D9 Aquarius, no, it can't be, because it's not allotted. So for all the astro enthusiasts, those who want to learn astrology, these small interesting pointers you need to keep in mind. Now let's start with Mr. Gandhi's chart. So he is having Libra rising sign, and 3 of his planets are in Pushkar Navamsha. And interestingly, he had all the 3 planets Mahadasha in his life. So that's why actually you need to be lucky enough to go through all these things also. Now let me bring down his chart, so that can give, that can give you the idea of what I'm talking about. Otherwise it will be very hard for you to, all of you, to imagine the things what I'm saying and how to apply Blue Lotus technique. So let's bring down his chart. You can see in Gandhi's chart, he is having Libra rising, and there are 3 planets, Jupiter, Venus and Mars. They are in Pushkar Navamsha degrees. According to Blue Lotus technique, whenever the rising sign, ascendant is Aries sign, then 6th and 8th house will be Pushkar houses. So for Gandhi's chart, the 6th and 8th house lord Venus and Jupiter, who are in Pushkar Navamsha, also is forming 2 very good yogas. 6th lord Jupiter is making Gajkeshri yoga, and 8th lord being ascendant lord also making Malavya Mahapurush yoga. So that is enhancing the quality of Pushkar Navamsha planets while delivering the result. Now one more thing you people can ask me then, what can be the result of Pushkar Navamsha planets? Whenever any planet is in Pushkar Navamsha, that is going to give enhanced result, very defined enhanced result as per the qualities of the planet, natural signification of the planet, and also as per the rulership of your horoscope. If your Jupiter is in Pushkar Navamsha, so Jupiterian qualities will be enhanced. What is Jupiterian quality? Being very optimistic, or full of opulence, full of wisdom, justice, and Jupiterian qualities. Jupiterian people are behind dharma and all. So these qualities are going to be there. With that also, your rulership houses, it will enhance 6th lord, 8th lord, 5th lord into see in that way. Now in Gandhi's chart, his 6th lord is making 1 yoga formation, 8th lord is also making. And if you look at his chart, if you look at his whole life, his life was actually oriented between these 2 houses, 6th and 8th houses. Only Mars is not involved in that. So 6th and 8th houses, how it actually gave him result. He was a lawyer. The legal issues were always there. 6th house. He was fighting, almost whole of his life he was fighting against enemies, British, 6th house, and lots of, he went through austerities. 8th house, he had to show so much of courage, satyagraha, 8th house, salt marching, 8th house. So 6th and 8th house was on and on constantly in his life. When he was, in his very early life, he was going to Venus Mahadasha, he got married. So very nice, very fine. And his life was actually quite cool enough. There was not much of disturbance in his, student life. But still, that Venus, being 8th Lord, gave the result of all these things. How? And Pushkar Navamsha planet, so it again captured his 6th and 8th house. Why only 6th and 8th house? Because of that blue lotus technique. Aries sign rising, 6th and 8th house will be important. Most important, it will be giving the result oriented all these 6th and 8th houses. Now, he lost his father and he lost his son. So again, grief, misery, loss, 8th house, depression, all these things were there. And Mars Mahadasha, because it's not involved in 6th and 8th. It was quite cool enough. He was having quite comfort of life and very good rapport. He came back to India during that time with an international, reputation, you can say, with a low graduate degree and all these things. And when he came back in India, he was a huge philosopher, idealist. He was someone who people were, looking up to. And then he joined, he was a great organizer also. He joined National Congress Party. National Indian Congress at the time, the name was, I guess. So his life was very good at that time. Now, when Jupiter Mahadasha came, he was assassin. Being Pushkar Navamsha planet, making one more yoga, it could not save him. It gave its result. It gave its positive result also. You can ask me then what's the use of having any Pushkar Navamsha planet if it's not saving? It gave. Being 6th Lord is posited in the 7th house. And 7th house, that reaching with Mars and all these things, and especially for Saturn. But here, Jupiter being the expansive planet, Jupiter being in the Pushkar Navamsha, it gave superb result for him. He was connected to all the high level people throughout the world, and he was connected to Mars. Everyone used to love him also. So Jupiter gave him. But Jupiter could not save him because the 6A dilemma was there throughout his life. If you see, the maximum mud was slipped between 6th and 8th house. But still, time to time, Bapu was actually, he was like blooming like a lotus, and that's mud. So that is what is called blue lotus technique, to find out all these things. And if you say that actually then it's not good to have such Pushkar Navamsha planet. No, it's not that. See, his Jupiter Mahadasha, his Venus Mahadasha, his Mars Mahadasha, after all these things actually make Gandhi ji what he was. And today, whoever is visiting India, all the foreign delegates from wherever they are, how much tight schedule they are having, they go to, Rajghat. They all go to Rajghat to pay respect, homage to our Bapu. That's what he achieved. So I'm sure now you people will be able to understand how to look at your chart, what the planets in Pushkar Navamsha and what are the results it can give. But this is actually, in short, I will say all these things I talked about, but in details, what's that technique, and for every sign, this is for Aries signs, I say that 6th and 8th house is, 6th and 8th houses are Pushkar houses. For Ardhi sign, for water sign, what are the houses? I'll talk on all these things. I'll make a separate video very soon. That's it, stay tuned, and thanks for all the comments and likes, and yes, all the links are over here, from Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, everything, comment over here. That is going to be easier for me to pinpoint. That's it, and yeah, before I end up, happy Gandhi Jayanti to all of you. Stay cool, be a good citizen, try to follow his rules and regulations and ethics in life. That's better for all of us. Bye-bye.